Hey guys, it's me. Actually just tried to record. I got like 3 minutes in and I just had to stop. We're my kiddos, so for one to be quiet, I brought him with me. And he's had some paranormal experiences too. Yes! Okay, so basically all this started when I was a kid, like most, as children, we're open-minded to this sort of thing. It's not until we get a little bit older, I would say pre-adolescent, teen, where we tend to block these abilities out of fear. And actually, when I was a teen, that's exactly what I've done. But I want to start with, I was probably about 10. This is like my first experience. There's going to be a few of these videos because it would be way too long for me to have them all in one. It would probably be like over an hour long. So we're just going to do segments in a story at a time for now. But anyway, I was 10. We were given this home for free. It was a mobile home. It needed work. It was completely trashed. The lady that owned it lived next door to us, and basically the catch was to clean it all out, you know, fix it up, and we could live there for free. So basically, we lived in a camper at night because it wasn't livable yet as far as being there to sleep. There was floors that had holes in them that we were repairing and things like that, or, you know, my mom and my stepdad. So basically, here you go. Basically, my first incident, there were so many at that time in that specific home, so I don't remember like the first one, but some things that happened was, you know, I knew there was something there, and my younger brothers, we would actually talk to the spirit. She was female, obviously. I said she. Durr. But, I actually did get to see her one night. But before that, before the crazy, phenomenal experience I had, I'll tell you about the little ones before. So, I actually had a younger brother. My mom had me when she was 16. And she got pregnant again after me. And me and my brother would have been a year and a month apart. Well, due to some things that I heard about what happened, he did pass away. He only lived for a month and a day. But my mom kept a box of his things. And like I said, the home wasn't technically livable. We had to do a lot of cleaning out and things. So we had rats and roaches and you know, that sort of thing. It was a free home, so they were trying to do what they could to make it livable and get rid of all those issues. But the mice, I guess I wouldn't say rats, the mice would chew through boxes, didn't matter what it was, except for my brother's box. My mom had some clothes from him, and things like that she had kept, just keepsakes. And, that was the one box. I think this lady was an angel in a sense, because they would never, ever touch it. I remember it falling down one day out of the closet, and it landed just straight down. Nothing fell out. Nothing got messed up. It was crazy. There was never any roach droppings or mice droppings. I know that sounds really gross, but like I said, for the house at the time, obviously I was like 10, so it wasn't my choice. But they, you know, it's like she protected the box. Like, she knew its value and didn't want it to get messed up. Sorry, I got a text. So that was one. My brother had this little thing, and I've tried looking it up because I wanted to see it. But it was like one of those CB walkie-talkie toys. You talk in it, it made truck sounds. It was just like this little console with a little walkie-talkie. It was like a CB for like semi-trucks. But it was a toy, and I think it was from Hot Wheels. I'm almost definite it was. I wasn't sure, but it had the little walkie part was a wheel, and then you could connect it back onto it, and it looked like a car. You dropped your binky. Give me 1 second. Anywho, it was one of those toys that you had to physically touch for it to make any noise. It wasn't just something that just went off. And I remember always walking by my brother's room and it would go off, or being in there and it would go off, and it was like my sign she was there. We used to actually talk to the spirit, me and my brothers. You know, we're young, we don't know anything. And at that point we weren't really scared because it wasn't harmful. But anyway, we were able to speak to her. We would ask her questions. And this teddy bear that my real dad gave me, because I didn't meet him until I was a teenager, but I had this bear he gave me, and we used to use it as like a answering mechanism, I guess. Like, we would ask the spirit questions, and we would say, you know, shake its hand once for yes, or no, you know, 2 times for no, you know, that sort of silly stuff. I mean, we're young. And it would move. I used to have this little porcelain cat that, you know, the spirit, every time it would fall, it would always land straight up. You know, cats always land on their feet, so I guess that was the thing, but it would always land straight up. Like, I had like a purse or a backpack under it one day, and it fell, and it still landed straight up in the thing, and it's like, you know, something like that falling from like a shelf or whatever. Usually it would fall on its side, possibly break. Never. Always stood straight up. It was crazy. And then I remember one night, this is like a crazy experience. One night, we're in the camper asleep, you know, because we still hadn't moved in yet. We were in there during the day, just never at night. So I'm sleeping in this camper. It was like a top bunk kind of thing, and my brother slept on the bottom, and there was a window kind of in between both. I don't know. It's weird. But I remember getting up one night. I don't know why. Just something like woke me up. And I go down to my brother's bunk, and I don't know, for some reason I just decided to look outside. And this lady is standing in my brother's window looking at me. And I'm like freaking out because I'm like, what the heck? You know, it was crazy. And she's just staring at me through his window. She was like she was on fire. It was weird. She was on fire, and I could tell it was an older lady wearing like a blouse and a skirt, and she had a cigarette in her hand. And, you know, it was creepy as hell, to be honest. And I woke up my brother. I'm the oldest out of all my siblings on both sides, my mom and my dad, but he's technically my oldest brother out of, you know, on my mom's side. And I woke him up, and I was like, hey, look out the window. You know, I didn't tell him what it was or anything because I wanted to see if he could see it as well. And he did. And we kind of just like sunk back down away from the window and just was like, you know, what the crap? You know, we didn't know what was going on. And in the last few years now, because I'm 28, so that's 18 years ago, you know, recently, in the last 6 months, I've asked him again, you know, if he remembers that. And, you know, not really telling him anything, but just seeing what he had to say to me, and it was still the same. So, you know, it wasn't like a dream, it wasn't anything like that, and I think that's where my gift for clairvoyance really started with me. Being able to see and talk to ghosts or spirits. You know, I've had other experiences, honestly, at a point in my life. A lot of times I actually thought that I was haunted. You know, because we go to different homes. You know, like I said, we moved a lot. I mean, really a lot. I probably lived in over 20 houses, and no, I'm not a Navy brat. It's just, we were broke, so once we couldn't afford it, we had to move. I'm assuming, pretty much, that's how it was. So basically, you know, every time we moved, dang it, drives me nuts. Every time we moved, there was always something there. And I still sense it now. And in another video, because we're already at like almost 11 minutes on this video, in another one, I will tell you basically, you know, what kind of shut me off on this gift, what made me block it out, and that sort of thing, because I've had visions. During more of my adult years, I had more of dreams of spirits needing help and whatnot. But anyway, I'll get into that in like another video. I may record another one after this, because it's about the only time I can do stuff. So yes, and I will tell you my kids' experiences as they have got the gifts. But like I said, I think everyone as a child is open to it. It's once we get a little bit older, and that sort of thing, that we kind of shut those abilities out. So kids being more open-minded and not being shut off like that will be able to see and speak to spirits. So for now, my kids do have the gift. And things have happened with them, so. But alright guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good night. Bye.